We should be live here on Dynamic Discs YouTube and Facebook page. Hello, I'm Bobby Cool, Daddy Slick Breeze, and I'm with me, Jeremy Rusco. We are here for our monthly Dynamic Discs update with Jeremy Rusco, where you get to sit down and have a one-on-one with Jeremy Rusco on all things that are Dynamic Discs. First, I want to make sure that we highly recommend that if you have any questions at all, that you put them in the comments below. We have Anthony behind the camera. He's watching our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, depending on where you're tuned into. Ask your questions, and we will have Anthony relay those to us and get them answered for you. Real quick, how are you doing, Jeremy?
Doing fantastic. The sun is shining. I think the winter weather is gone, and we've got a lot of things happening this spring.
We just got finished done with our GBO Pep Talk meeting, where we meet with some of our, most of our employees, and we talk about what's coming up for GBO. And I tell you what, I am jazzed and ready to go for Glassbone Open.
It is going to be a fun week. 1,600 competitors in town. This Glassbone Open trophy.
Look at this thing.
I don't know why I didn't open up those trophies earlier. They've been sitting up there for a long time, but I just was like, you know what? It's Glassbone. It's basically it feels like Glassbone Open week since we had our staff-wide meeting, and obviously not all the trophies are that big, but that is the trophy for the men's professional open division, and it is it's large.
Super exciting. So let's go ahead and hop right into it, because I know we got a lot to talk about. Jeremy, what's first up on our list?
Well, we got a trip to Bowling Green coming up. Bobby and I are leaving at 6 a.m. in the RV, and we've also got Crispin Carrasco of Hand-Eye Supply joining us on the trip, and we are excited to get out there at the Amateur Championships at Bowling Green. I think it's 800 amateur competitors out there. We'll get in there Tuesday night, be there all day Wednesday. I believe there's a sake bomb challenge that's going on Wednesday. Ty Searle with the Latitude 64 RV will be out there. Thursday will be a fun day, and then Friday is the Fly Mart, and we are going to be at everything happening out there. And then Friday night after the Fly Mart, we are going to get on the road. It's going to be late. Do you got first shift, or do I got first shift?
I don't know. Depends on how we feel, I guess. We're
going to drive through the night. We are going to make it to Springdale, Arkansas for the Dynamic Discs Northwest Arkansas grand opening. Got a lot of things happening there. There's going to be some Team Dynamic Discs players there. David Berglund, the CEO of Latitude 64, he's going to the grand opening for basically his arrival to the United States for the Glassbone Open and Dynamic Discs Northwest Arkansas grand opening. So excited to go see Matt Lloyd and all the hard work he's put into getting that store up and going. He's been working more hours than most people do to keep healthy, but he's excited for it. Really great piece of property there for the store. Great store. It's going to be good. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I tell you, if you're at Bowling Green, if you're competing out there and you happen to see me or Jeremy or Crispin, make sure you come up and shake our hands and say hello. We love talking to you guys about disc golf or about the competition that's going on or anything you want to talk about. We love talking with you guys out there, so make sure you come up and say hello. And definitely stop by and see the new DVD RV that we'll have out there. And who's going to be out there vending?
Ty Searle.
Ty Searle. Okay, so and Ty Searle's another great guy that you'll want to say hi to for sure. So definitely say hello.
Yeah, and getting Crispin on a trip.
I know, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool to spend the better part of a week with him.
What we got next?
Got a note about the European Amateur Match Play Series. So we had some after we made mention of the United States Amateur Match Play Championships, which, by the way, I played in two brackets, the Eric McKay bracket and the Dixon Jowers bracket here in Emporia. Somehow my rounds were broadcast. I guess I play better on live TV or whatever than regular. Beat Kevin Schaefer both first rounds because we got matched up for both of our first rounds. And then I successfully went on to do no better than that and lost both my second round matches. So, but I know that Isaiah Esquivel, one of our Team Dynamic Discs members here in Emporia, he took down one of the brackets, which is just really cool, really exciting. I think that he will one day be one of those top guys competing for a professional world championships.
He's 13 years old.
And he's good.
And he's good. And he
really
beat everybody in the bracket to take first place. That was awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, we had a lot of interest in a European or worldwide match play series, and so we've got that thing buttoned up for the most part. The European Amateur Match Play Series. We're going to have Estonia involved, Finland involved, Norway, and Sweden to get this first year started. So really exciting things happening there. And match play is just a really cool format to play and a different way of getting out there and being competitive. Wanted to make mention of the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Kansas City Royals game that Justin Doan in St. Louis is working on. If we can sell 500 tickets, it's a disc golf function for us. If we can get 500 tickets sold, Dynamic Discs can throw the first pitch.
Oh, that would be awesome. Of
the game and get disc golf recognized and mentioned throughout the entire stadium.
Very
so
cool.
We're hoping to get tickets sold there. I know things have been going well. Getting up to 500 tickets will allow us to throw the first pitch of that game. Last week, go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, let's go ahead because we thank you guys. Like I said, if you have questions for Jeremy, make sure you post them in the comments, and Anthony will get that to us. And we actually have quite a few questions coming in already. I'll kind of jump through. We'll wear during Glass One Open. Now we're kind of jumping ahead because we'll have some GBO updates here in a minute, but I'll get to this question. Ryan says, will warehouse tours be available during GBO?
Well, I know that all the players can come through the warehouse and hot stamp their very own disc and the spectators during that week. In terms of warehouse tours, I think that is your warehouse tour.
Yeah.
We do let our retailers come in and schedule meetings with our sales team, with Jamie and Allison and Justin. And if you are a retailer and you are not planning on coming into Emporia for the week, I highly recommend you change your plans and you come to Emporia and you experience the awesomeness. But in terms of warehouse tours, I think the best bet is on Wednesday and on Thursday. You can come to the warehouse, hot stamp your very own disc, and you'll get to see plenty of things that way.
Excellent. He also asked, will the new molds be available at DD Store during GBO week?
Let's see. So we have the Getaway, which is our Bowling Green and Glass Blown Open release.
Oh, we're taking some to Bowling Green? I didn't know that. Okay,
I don't know.
Oh, well, you said Bowling Green.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes is the answer.
We're not supposed to say that?
We loaded up the RV.
Sorry.
The entire back of the RV is jam-packed full of Tyler Searles stuff, which is really cool. But yeah, the Getaway is being released. I feel like some other stuff's getting released, but I can't keep it all straight. We're going to have a bunch of cool stuff. If you're in Emporia, you get that opportunity to come get some of the cool new stuff. And if you're not in Emporia, again, you should probably change your schedule.
Yes. Andrew has a question about the origins of the name for the event, Glass Blown Open. And actually, this is a very good question to have while this is here.
Yeah, so there was a world-renowned glassblower, Hal Barger, I believe. It's been a little bit since I've read up on my history, but he blew the trophies for the tournament, and just the Emporia Open became the Glass Blown Open, I believe is what it was, and we gave out these amazing, well, I say we, I was not one bit involved. Dynamic Discs was not around at that time. It was Eric McCabe and Gabe Worley, and essentially we just kept the tradition going. Hal actually, unfortunately, passed away years ago, but Bryce, who worked underneath him, Bryce Turnbull, kept the tradition going, and we have these awesome Glass Blown Open trophies that we still give out today. And this is by far the biggest Glass Blown Open trophy. Did you pick that thing up too? It is heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got to be careful. Want to be careful. Yeah, that thing is huge. Okay, one more question, then we'll move on back to our list of updates. Joshua asks about the St. Louis Cardinals game that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Can we donate money for you to buy tickets and then for the Royals Cardinals game and donate them? In other words, I guess if he may not really come to the game, he wants to donate to make the big thing happen for us.
You know, I wish I knew more of the finer details of how all that worked. I don't see why that would not be possible. I would just encourage you, go ahead and just email Justin, Justin, at dynamicdiscs.com, and we'll reach out to him, and I'm sure that he'll be happy to help find a way to make something work there. That's a really cool idea.
Absolutely. Now, some of you have questions in there, and we're going to hold off on those because some of these questions will get answered based on the updates that we're going to talk about. So hopefully we'll get to some of your questions. All right, what do we got next, Jeremy?
We had Ogio come and visit us last week. OGO is the company that's been making our bags since 2000. We reached out to them in 2012, and then in 2013, for the Glass Blown Open, we launched or debuted the original, we call it the OG Sniper, which was kind of the messenger type starter bag. We released the Commander Barrel bag, which is no longer, both of those bags have been out of production, I guess you would say.
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten about the barrel bag.
Yeah. And the Ranger bag, and of course the Ranger is a staple in our product line today. But OGO got bought out by Callaway about a year ago, and and Callaway Golf, they're a $1 billion company. They've got a lot of resources. They know ball golf. They definitely have not been familiar with disc golf, but we were obviously our bags have been made by OGO, and they have assembled their team. They're ready to work with us stronger than ever, more than ever, and they brought their team again to Emporia, which has been, I think, the third time now in just a couple months, and they are excited about disc golf. They see where disc golf is going. They see the growth of the sport. They see where we're going, and they want to be heavily involved. We've got a special announcement that we are going to be making during the Glass Blown Open Players meeting. 3 individuals from Callaway are coming to the Glass Blown Open to soak in the event, see the passion that all of us have for disc golf, and see what disc golf is really all about. So we are really excited about what we're going to be announcing at the Glass Blown Open player meeting. And I believe that player meeting, if you can't make it, that player meeting will be live broadcast by Smashbox.
Yes, sir.
So tune in online to check that out, and you'll be getting that announcement from OGO as they're up there. And looking at the whole big picture of things, with Callaway being such a big company, I mean, they can do whatever they want to do. They have way more money than the disc golf industry has collectively times a bunch. So if they decide they really want to get involved in disc golf in a very big way, as this now, it's small steps to get things moving in the right direction, but we're really excited to have them in town for the Glass Blown Open.
All right, so exciting stuff, and it seems like after talking with those guys with OGO that they are just like us, where they're always working on something.
That's right.
And now we're always going to be working on something together.
That's right.
What do we got next?
Things have been busy. We've been gearing up. We are expecting some big news from some big box retail sporting goods chains coming up. So fingers crossed, those things aren't official until the orders actually come in, but we are hopeful that you are going to find some of our discs and or some of our bags in one of the larger sporting goods retail chain or chains here very soon for the upcoming summer season. So hopefully we can have some bigger news about that soon, but that's all that I can say for right now.
Jeremy likes to tease everybody all the time.
Always working on something.
Always working on something. We got something big coming. We can't tell you right now, but we're going to tell you. Got a quick question this is a good question concerning GBO. Thomas wants to know, who do we need to talk to about wholesalers going to the warehouse to pick an order? Yeah,
great question. Basically, your normal point of contact at the warehouse would be the best thing. I would recommend just reaching out to Jamie, Jamie at dynamicdisc.com, or Allison, or if you've normally been having communication with, say, Taylor, just reach out to them and get something scheduled. And I think we've got a form to get filled out, and we absolutely want to meet with everybody possible during the week. Jamie and Allison are always busy with breakfast and lunch and dinner with our retailers, and meeting them out at the course and meeting them here at the warehouse. And ultimately, our doors are wide open. We want to make sure that you can come in here and experience everything that we've got going, and put a face-to-face communication. There's no better thing than that, and we look forward to having all the retailers that come in. And we have a special retailer dinner at the Emporia Country Club on Thursday of the Glass Blown Open, just before the poker party. So if you do come in town as a retailer, we absolutely want to make sure that you're a part of our retailer dinner.
Someone says, are we finally getting that subscription box? Andrew, stay tuned. We are coming up on our list. It's on our list, so we'll get you more information here, but I wanted to give him a heads up because he asked that early on, but we're going to get to it, I promise. So what else we got going on with Glass Blown Open?
We just got done with the company-wide staff meeting. Everybody's excited. It's amazing to see how many people of our staff, it's like it's their first Glass Blown Open.
Oh, yeah, when Doug asked that and people were raising their hand who hadn't been there, I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah. I mean, Danny wasn't even here.
No.
Danny Lindahl.
Danny Lindahl.
He just got here a month ago.
I know.
But anyway, something that I think is really cool that's happening with the Glass Blown Open is the Caddy Games.
Yes.
And I don't think a whole lot of information has been put out about that necessarily, or a whole lot of registration. But check out the Caddy Games. I'm going to be out there. Hopefully, I'm going for the win on the Caddy Games. I can't win United States Amateur Match Play Championships. Hopefully, I can win the Caddy Games.
Hopefully. Yeah, we've put video. I wonder if people are just nervous about it. They're just unsure about it.
It's new.
Yeah, but you're going to wish you'd signed up for that. So make sure you get signed up for this year, because we're going to learn everything from it and then probably go bigger, I'm sure, like we normally do with it next year.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. This morning I was looking and I was really surprised. I found something out. There are still a couple of spots available in the Glass Blown Open, depending on the division. Now, the men's open field is completely full, but there is no wait list for that. And I would imagine that between now and tournament time, there's going to be somebody that has to drop out. In the MP40 division, there's 2 spots available. The MP50 and the MP60 are both full. In the men's advanced division, MA1, there are 16 spots available.
Wow, what?
Was really surprised to see that. Now, with that being said, that's there's basically like 350 people that are signed up for that division. So, but there's 16 spots available for that. Now, the intermediate division is full, but only 2 on the wait list. And then in the recreational division, it is full, and I think there's about 35 on the wait list for recreational. And so one thing that I want to encourage is when people signed up 6 months ago, they might have been an intermediate player, or they might have been a recreational player. If you're a better player now than what you were when you signed up 6 months ago, because we have spots in the advanced division, if you want to move up, just shoot us a message and let us know that you would like to play in advanced, and that'll help somebody get in on the wait list from the recreational division, hopefully. So keep that in mind.
And when he says shoot us a message, you want to send an email to events@dynamicdiscs.com. That way you'll talk to the people that you need to talk to about making those changes to your division.
Yep. Yeah. In the MA40 division, Advanced Masters, there's 11 spots still available. MA50 and MA60 are both full. In the FPO division, the Female Professional Open division, that is a completely full division, which is really cool to see. And there are no women on the waiting list for that yet. Advanced Women, FA1, there's 3 spots left. And there are 5 spots left in the intermediate women. So if you haven't signed up, we've been talking about the event being full. Some of these divisions filled up in literally like 3 minutes when registration opened 6 months ago. Of course, a lot of things happen in life. People have had to change their plans. So anyway, long story short, come to the Glass Blown Open if you haven't signed up yet.
Is it fair to say that, I know you're asking, some people that maybe improved, and so they could go to, if you're on the waiting list, maybe you could play up, even if you're not quite sure, right? You're not quite sure, just to come out and experience Glass Blown Open, might consider just going ahead and playing that division up and still come out and experience Glass Blown Open, since we have those spots available.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting week, and I tell you what, it is a week-long of activity and a week-long festival, a weekend to a weekend now. And I tell you what, it's something that we look forward to all year long. We plan for it all year long. We've actually been planning some of the things that are going to happen in 2019's Glass Blown Open already. So to say that it's a year-round process is definitely maybe even an understatement. That's probably enough on Glass Blown Open. We'll see you in Emporia, Kansas next week.
Going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Let me see if we got any questions. Let's see. Will anyone from the DD Business/Media team be at the San Francisco Open Disc Golf Pro Tour event?
San Francisco does sound pretty nice.
I'm glad you brought that up with Rusco right here, because I was looking at the schedule and travel, and I thought the same thing. I thought, San Francisco might be a nice place for me to go out and capture some media stuff. So I don't know. Nothing concrete yet, but...
Well, let's not forget about Anthony and Danny over there. They might want to go on a trip.
So anyway, we'll have to see if I'm going to go out there or not.
San Francisco is a really neat area.
What's this, Anthony? Anthony's relaying the questions from YouTube or whatever, and he put in for it. Anthony is very willing to travel to San Francisco. So duly noted, Anthony. Duly noted.
San Francisco is really cool. I went out there 2 years ago with my wife to watch the New York Yankees and have a little vacation, and we biked across the Golden Gate Bridge. We went to this island like Sausalito Island. We just did a whole bunch of really cool stuff there in San Francisco. Alcatraz, watched the Yankees play the Oakland A's. We went to watch the San Francisco Giants. We just had a heck of a time, and I really...
Well, now you're talking.
I'll go.
Okay. I'll go.
When is it?
I'll go.
Anthony, put that on our schedule.
Put it on the schedule, yeah. Real quick question. This is a good one, actually. See what your thoughts are on it, Jeremy. What is the best thing and worst/toughest thing for Emporia when you host the GBO?
That is a good question. Well, I would say that the most difficult thing for us is just we have 13 courses that we're using this year.
Wow.
When you factor in all the Flex Start C tiers and the super class events and everything that's going on, that's a lot. I think it's 13 because I think Clumpy's Farm made 13. That's a lot to have coordinated throughout the week. So a lot of things to prepare for that. In terms of, I think one of the bigger challenges that we face in Emporia is our lack of, this is a big deal. Doug was talking about it. Basically, we're going to increase our population by 10% for the Glass Blown Open. And hotel space, lodging space is one of those things that makes it tough for people because I know that all of our hotels are sold out now. We've been working hard to try to get more people interested in the Airbnb thing, renting their houses out. That is catching traction. There are more people than ever who are taking advantage of that here in the Emporia community, and I'd like to think that that's going to continue to grow throughout the years. We do have another hotel or two that are in the works of being made, being built, but that's something that unfortunately makes it tough for the players if they don't get their hotel reservation early enough. I feel like I'm missing out on another part of that question. Well,
you're kind of talking about the toughest part. Now, what's the best thing about it?
Oh, the best thing is having that many players in town.
It's kind of the best part and the toughest part, having that many people here.
Yeah, it's just so fun to talk to everybody. I spend a lot of my time at the retail store in the morning. So come by the retail store, one, to talk, but more importantly, probably to shop. We got a few cool things in there that week. And yeah, it's just such a fun week. I mean, from sun up to midnight, it just feels like go, 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 go. And there's so much excitement, so much passion in Emporia for the Glass Blown Open that, again, if you're not coming and you still got availability to make the trip this way, do so.
All right. Well, let's get through the last few items we have on our list, Jeremy.
Yeah, just made some notes here about as we keep growing as a company, there's constant growing pains. Those pains are for the better. I'd like to think we've put a lot of focus on trying to keep in touch with our customers and do an excellent job with our customer service. We're out of warehouse space. We've got some new containers coming to store some of the stuff that we need out the back of the warehouse this week to free up some space here in the warehouse. We've been hiring more staff members. And speaking of warehouse space, so we rented space across the street to basically house our basket operation out of. We had to buy a dang Kawasaki mule to transport product back and forth, and just some of those growing pains that I never thought we would have had to deal with. But fun problems to have, and we're just excited to be a part of the growth of disc golf, and looking forward to a long-term success here in the disc golf industry. Moving on to West Side Disc, some people have been having some questions about the backpack bag that we talked about that is in development. We're hoping to get a sample of that here very soon. So always working on something. And we know that product is very much needed in the West Side lineup. And I think you've probably started to notice that some more West Side apparel has started to land in our retail store and through our wholesale distribution. So all these things take time to get put together, but there's going to be more and more things happening for West Side here in the very near future.
Yes. Go.
Break time?
Break time.
Question time?
Let's go. Yeah, let's do one question we have. We'll take a break for everything. Real quick, Jeremy, someone wants to know what your favorite disc is.
Oh. Just one?
What's your go-to driver?
My go-to driver is lately been the Maverick.
Wow.
But before that, it was the Trespass. And depending on the shot, obviously if I need more distance, I'm going to throw the Trespass. If I need just a straight shot from start to finish or something that's going to go a little slight Anheuser line for me, it's going to be the Maverick. I absolutely love that disc, and I'm glad that we have that in our lineup.
And then, of course, if you listen to the Disc Golf Answerman, you know our favorite Torchy Tacos. But someone wants to know if Jeremy has a favorite Torchy Tacos.
What was it? The Roscoe?
The Roscoe.
The Roscoe.
Yes.
I get left out on these Torchy Taco trips. Dang it.
Well, we're going to take you there. Let's see. Yes, Mike, he asks if anyone from DD is going to Bowling Green. We mentioned earlier that Jeremy Rusco, myself, and Crispin Carrasco, the guy behind, the mind behind Hand-Eye Supply, is going out there. So definitely, if you're going to be out there, Mike, make sure you come up and shake our hands and say hello, because we would love to meet you. All right, so we got a couple questions that actually deal with what you have right here. Jeremy, what's up?
Yeah, so we released the Lucid X Team Series fundraiser discs. We got the Eric Oakley Felon, the Eric McCabe Trespass. The excitement for these things basically seemed to shut down our website for a couple minutes. It was going so slow. We got the Zach Melton Enforcer, and we've got the Paige Pierce Lucid X Convict. The Trespass and the Felon sold out very quickly. There are still just a couple Convicts and Enforcers left. The great thing about these discs is that they support the player directly. The players actually make a good amount of money on these discs, and it's our way and your way to help support these players and keep them out on the road. So a lot of retailers have been asking whether they were going to be able to purchase those for their own retail stores, and yes, that is absolutely something that we wanted to do. We are intending to open up a pre-sale to our retailers this week with the 4 discs from Dynamic Discs in the Lucid X series, and then Latitude 64 has 5 players with a special Team Series fundraiser disc, and there's actually going to be a couple minimal changes on those. I believe that Ricky Wysocki's disc is going to be the Lucid X Explorer, and then I believe that Bobby Music is changing his disc. I don't know what that disc is just yet, but we're going to pre-sale those to our retail network and get those into production so that we can better support our retail stores and better support these players to help keep them out on the road full time.
Do you know on some of these stamps will, because I know they look really nice, but a lot of them are more the silver and stuff. Do you know if they're going to use any of the fancier stamps, like a rainbow, a party stamp on these type?
That would be a fantastic idea.
I think that would be great. So maybe that's something we could relay to people that do our hot stamp, that people are looking for some variety in the stamp on these. Now, explain real quick, what is Lucid X?
So Lucid X is a little bit firmer, a little bit stiffer than the regular Lucid material. It seems to be a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more lucid. And the thing that a lot of people are loving with these is they are more overstable in almost every instance than the normal disc. So if you've complained about not having a stable enough Enforcer, well, Zach Melton Enforcer is your answer. And I know that Ricky Wysocki's throwing this. I know Zach Melton's throwing this. I know multiple team players are throwing all of these discs, and the Convict, the Trespass, and the Felon. They're all great. And again, they support the players out there, which is really one of the most important things to help keep these players out there and active and on the road.
Absolutely. All right, I got 2 more items to talk about. What you got?
Well, Trilogy Challenge events. I know that registration has been going for a little while there. We've already got 227 events the last time I checked. So fantastic numbers for the Trilogy Challenge this year. And the first Trilogy Challenges start in the last week of May. And then the last thing, 227 it is, 39 states, 10 different countries. Really cool. And the 3 discs this year, if I can remember, are the Patrol from Dynamic Disc, which is an understable mid-range, the Maiden from Westside Discs, which is a really pretty straight putter, slightly understable maybe, and then the Musket from Latitude 64, and if you watch any of my match play stuff, you probably saw that I threw the musket quite a bit. Just a great disc.
All right, now for something that a lot of people we've hinted at, we teased at, but I believe we are finally there and ready to talk more information about the Hand-Eye Supply monthly subscription service.
And if you go to dynamicdiscs.com, the first banner you're going to see is the information. Wow, they're just upstairs. They got so excited about this.
They're getting those monthly boxes.
So we are ready to move forward. You know, we've increased our partnership with Crispin and Hand-Eye Supply, and we're really looking forward to doing more things. You've probably noticed that you've been able to get a few more hand-eye products than you have in the past, and the subscription service is live and ready to go. So click on subscribe. I believe this is a glow-in-the-dark silly pint. Which these things are pretty darn cool.
They are. They're nice to drink.
And
okay, so they are really cool because you can, like, even though it's squishy, I'm not gonna drink. I've got my own drink. Even though it's squishy, right? It's squishy. You can put these in the dishwasher, and I believe you can put these in the oven, in the grill.
What?
Yes, you can put them in the in a microwave. I believe okay. I know someone said something about a grill, but yeah,
so I can cook my eggs in there.
You could cook your eggs in there. You can do the little, the 1 cup cakes or whatever you do. You put all the ingredients stirred up and then you cook your cake in there. Heck yeah! So you can do a lot with those things. So
I'm signing up for the subscription service. One of the more fun items is the Houdini Fusion Burst Escape. That has been it's Dimax on there, which is something that we rarely do in an all black. Bobby's looking.
I was looking up silly. Microwave okay.
We got
ovens and grills okay. Cool. Freezer okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Cool stickers. Cool shirt. Another cool disc. We've got a Prime Burst Verdict with the small hand. On it, which I believe will be the first time that's been released. And just there's going to be something cool every week. Again, this is a great way to help Hand-Eye Supply just get more presence out there and bring you more unique products. The intention with the subscription service is that every month there's going to be something exclusive. There's going to be something new. And we are really excited to bring this to you, and I know that Crispin has been looking forward to this for a long time, and we are very much looking forward to working with Crispin more and more throughout this year. He is just such a creative designer, and basically we're saying, Crispin, you do your crazy, wacky design. We're going to
put it out there.
We're going to put it out there. So we're always working on something.
So again, go to dynamicdisc.com, and the very top header images as they rotate, you should see the Hand-Eye Supply monthly subscription link. You'll click on that, read more information about it, and then you got a subscribe today button that you can click on and get ready for a sweet monthly subscription service, which I think is going to be really, really cool. So that is it for our list, but we have a few questions from people that we can go through if you're ready.
Sure.
Okay. Will any of the DD Tour series be available at GBO?
Well, if there's still some Zach Melton Enforcers and some Paige Pierce Convicts, which might not last that long, there will be a couple there. And then I believe that what we're calling the Silver Team, basically the other discs that we have available, those should be released during Glassblown Open Week as well. So there's going to be all kinds of exciting new stuff at the retail store and hopefully at the warehouse for our retailers.
Excellent. Someone asks, what are your thoughts on an Air Explorer?
I think I've seen them.
Where?
I don't know.
Great. Now everybody's going to go, really?
I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
Always working on something.
Always working on something. Let's see. What kind of suggestions would you... Oh, this is a good one. This would be good for you to give some feedback. What kind of suggestions can you give to other towns or cities to help build an event like the GBO?
Start out small and try to improve something every year. Obviously, you need to partner up with your city in every way possible. Our support comes through the Convention and Visitors Bureau and the City of Emporia and the Parks Department, and now it's almost a community-wide event. And that took years to build and years to grow on, and every year it just became more and more. And ultimately, I would start by trying to work more with your city, work more with your Convention and Visitors Bureau, and don't try to have the expectation that you're going to bring 1,600 players in the first year. The Glass One Open started with 88, and for the first multiple years was basically less than 100 people, and then it was in the hundreds for several more years. So start out small, improve on something every year, and good things might happen.
Is the maiden beaded?
I believe the maiden has a small bead, kind of like the suspect-ish, a little bit smaller than the suspect maybe. I can't remember for sure though.
Does the hand-eye subscription service contribute to the purchase points, the reward points for the site?
I don't know.
Stump the Jeremy. That's the new show we have today.
Where's Clay?
Where's Clay?
I do not think that it does, but I'm not positive.
We'll ask Clay real quick, see if he can. You want to send him a text while I look at the next question? Okay, Anthony's got it. What distance driver do you recommend for throwing into the wind?
Well, it depends on how strong the wind is. Actually, here lately, I have been throwing the Ballista Pro quite a bit into a wind. And now a stronger headwind, I'm going to want my Enforcer or my Zach Melton Lucid X Enforcer. I really like to rely on that disc. And the Defender is also another go-to for me into a wind.
Excellent. Let's see. We don't have any questions.
And then I tell you what.
Sure.
Something I haven't worked enough with, but I can guarantee is going to be good for the wind, is the Warhorse by Westside Discs.
Oh, yeah?
Very stable.
Will Zuka accessories be available at GBO this year, like fenders, foam tires, and putter pouches?
I believe we have all of those here. The only one we might not have, which I think did show back up, is the putter pouch.
Okay. What disc does the musket compare to?
I think the musket compares to a more overstable Escape or essentially a Getaway. Now, I haven't thrown the Getaway or the musket enough to be able to compare the two back and forth. I should probably do that, but they're both great discs. So the Getaway and the musket are somewhat similar in flight characteristic.
Does it help to have a major disc golf company partner to help you grow a tournament?
Oh, absolutely. Having Latitude 64 be one of the most important, really they are the most important sponsor for the event is a big deal. Obviously, they've helped us grow the event over the last several years. And then recently our partnership with OGIO. OGIO has injected money into the event and made it where we can increase our player packs to all the players. And so, yeah, of course. Now, if we can get a few more of them big sponsors, we can do that much more. So let's find a few more.
And to make a point on that is that yes, it does help to have that major manufacturer, major business come in, but that's it. In other words, when the Glass One Open first started with the 88 players, we didn't have major manufacturer, back like we do now. So yes, at some point in your journey to building your tournament, that's going to help. But don't think that's a hindrance if you cannot get them to help with the first one. And Anthony's going to chase down Clay real quick because we want to get every question answered. We want to get the right answers for you here on the Dynamic Disc Update with Jeremy Rusco.
I'm pretty sure that won't be the case because the subscription service is actually handled not by our website. It's handled by a monthly subscription software service.
Sure.
I can't, and that's what's taken so long is to make sure that we get the right subscription service and model so that we can do this the right way. So
Anthony chased down Clay, tackled him in the grass, and asked him, does it count toward reward points? It does not count toward reward points. So the monthly subscription does not count toward reward points. So, all right. Well, I think that's it for the questions.
Come see us at Bowling Green.
Yep. We don't want this to go on too long. Make sure you come to Kentucky to wait. Anthony says, giving us the cue for one more. Will Westside announcements occur in this format on the DD page, or will something similar start to happen on the Westside page? That is an excellent suggestion, Ryan. We are still, we have some things worked out as far as getting information out there on Westside, but that's something we can figure out and work out to where we can maybe concentrate on some Westside stuff going on.
Ultimately,
go ahead.
We're trying to make whatever announcements we can through here, and that's why we mentioned the bags earlier.
Yep.
And as these things develop even further, you're going to hear more, and maybe it will turn into its own West Side show. But for the time being, I think this is at least a good way to get some information out.
Absolutely. So, all right. Again, thanks, guys, for tuning in. We appreciate you. Come see us at Bowling Green. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, so you all are always up to date on what's going on here at Dynamic Discs.
And come see us in Emporia for the Glass Blown Open.
Yes. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.